Hello there, everybody. We're going to get started here shortly. Say hello. Let me know that you're here. And if you're catching this as a replay, the timestamps will be posted after the live show. So go straight to the comments. If you don't see them there right away, just know that they will be posted there shortly. I'm sharing out, but this is going to be for the All Sign September current feelings and what's next in this connection. See you soon.
Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate.
Well, hello there, collective. We are here for another edition of All Signs Readings. Say hello. Let me know that you're here live or catching the replay. We are on multitudes of platforms here. We're on YouTube on a couple of different feeds. We're also on Twitch and on Facebook. Okay. Don't be shy. Say hello. Tonight, we are focused on the current feelings and the truth of an individual here. And see what the next move here is. These are the monthly readings here for love, for those of you dealing with a specific person. If you are single and wanting to see what other connections are out there for you, make sure you check out the singles read that I did on Monday and check out that replay. So again, this is for a specific person here and their current feelings on you. But we're going to start off. Welcome, Debbie. Looks like my moderator is here. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Star's probably going to be jumping in a little later. We'll see. But we start off with the birthday sign here. This is how the lives begin. So we start with the zodiac sign of Virgo first, and we're going to work our way all the way down to Leo. And then if we do, and this is where the interactive bit comes in, and this is where we ask for your assistance and help, because it's all of you if you choose to decide to do it. We also have the faded dice roll, and the faded dice roll here with the collective. These are zodiac dice, as you can see. We'll roll them a couple of different times, but if we get up to 5 donations, and those donations are on YouTube only, so Facebook, Twitch, you just got to jump over to YouTube if you want to jump in on it, but you still get the results of it if we reach it. So that's the good part. That's the perk of it. But those count for donations, super chats, gifts, joining the membership gifts, jewels, all that fun stuff. Each one of those donations counts to unlock the collective bonus. All right. And so if we get up to 5, then we will unlock the first collective bonus here. So we're going to get started. Hello, Karen. How you doing? You guys doing good? We're going to move on to Virgo. Virgo is up. Who's got Virgo in their chart? We just had on the membership area. For those of you who are members, make sure you check out. We just dropped new content here today for a love reading. So that's a collective love reading. So make sure you're checking out the memberships tab or, Harmonia Friends when you go check that area out. All right, let's get to it. We're going to hone in on Virgo's energy first. Where are my Virgos at? Where are my earth signs at? Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters, spirit. If we can hone in to my collective, whether they're here for the live or the replay. Oh man, I felt that Ace of Wands come out, but I wasn't taking it. Did you see it a little bit? I did. Thanks you, Debbie, for a first donation. All right. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. We're going to see your energy, their energy, and then the obstacle in between before we get into the current feels. Okay. Because this kind of tells me where you're at. Now, reminder, when we're dealing with more than one energy, the story may be flipped around. Okay. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not force anything to fit. These are general readings. Okay. If you're looking for something specific, those are private readings. All right. What's going on here? Virgo, how are you showing up? You're showing up as a 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Okay. But sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. So you're feeling good. You're feeling at home. You got family around you, community around you. Family comes in all different forms. It could be your fur babies. All right. Could be friends. Doesn't have to be blood, but some of you it is children. But you feel very happy. There's just something here where you're enjoying the company that you're around. All right. How's this person showing up? How is this person showing up? Oh, they're showing up as the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. Tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. Huh. Well, you know, both of these cards represent family. So is this a commitment? Is this someone here you're married to or were married to? Some of you have children with this individual. But if it's not that, your individual here could be in another connection. Let's see what the obstacle is. What is the obstacle here? Oh, here we go. The obstacle is the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. Did they miss this opportunity? Is this an opportunity here where they fed into something else, to someone else? But you seem happy. You seem okay. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on here with this connection here? Influences, attachments, third parties, peers. All right, so there's third party involvement here. Whether this is friends, family, or another lover, there are situations here. So this individual is definitely thinking about you. Oh, they miss you, missing you, craving, desiring. You know, the Ace of Pentacles could be an apology. This person owes you an apology. Hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. This relationship is falling apart. So something here that used to be an area that they felt was comfortable, caring, they were devoted to, they're not feeling so good about. Now it feels caged, which is completely different for you because I feel you feel open, excited. And like I said, if you're not in a new connection, this could just be family or friends, you know, like you're enjoying your circle. But this person here was influenced by another. Okay. And the obstacle here is they may have given it to another. They may have chosen another. That was the obstacle. All right. Reversals are now up. They will be affected by those cards. Current feelings here when it comes to you. Knight of Cups. I don't know if this person here is heavily, I mean, they could be. When they feel hopeless, this person may be a drinker, but they don't have to be. But I do feel that this is a person here who knows that they owe you an apology. There's just something here about visiting you, wanting to come see you. But you may have blocked this individual. This person could be at a distance from you as well. This person knows that they owe you an apology, period. All right. The biggest obstacle here is even though they know they owe you an apology, how can they give it to you when you blocked them? Now, there's all different ways that they could go the distance, but is this person really willing to go the distance, climb the wall, send the snail mail letter, show up at the door? There's just something about this individual here going, well, they blocked me, or they're not talking to me, or they're leaving my messages here unread, and this is how they feel, Virgo. I'm left unread. Three of Wands here is they're trying to find a way here. See, they see you leaving. They do. But this person feels like they're packed up and ready to go. So I feel like there's almost this essence here, Virgo, of an individual who wants to escape towards you. The area that they are in, it feels very deserted, dry, surfaced. There's nothing in context with it. They're bored. They're bored with this connection. That's what it feels like. It does. You know, they miss the amusement of you. They miss the excitement of you. And that's the thing. You were a good time. You were a lot of fun to be around. Okay. The two of you could have been really amazing friends, companions. But this individual here wanted excitement. And now they're seeing the excitement is leaving. Isn't that interesting? Let's see what they're processing here and their intentions here for their next move. For September, of course, here. Two of Wands. They're in the midst here of leaving another connection, or the old traditions here where they had their belief systems a little rigid. You know, they may have been listening to a third party, could have been family, friends, peers, whatever it is. But I do feel like this is a long distance connection. So I do feel like you were either far away from this individual, or it's just been so long that this person here is like, how do I get back in? How will they hear me out? If I even go towards that direction, because what they want is acceptance. What they want is for you to let them back in. Now, this is the potential of what they want. They want a victory. You know, if I show up, if I make the move, if I show something that is emotional, if I show them consistency here with an actual true offer, then I can succeed. That's their intentions. But let's see what their actual next move, their potential next move here is for September. Two of Cups. Now, this is their move. They want to reconnect with you, rekindle with you, have a face-to-face with you, bridge the distance with you. But the question is, will they be able to accomplish this? Because they are still looking up, which means now they have you a little bit on a pedestal. Advice for you. Energetically, I think this person here may be entertaining another connection. They may be at this point separating from that connection. So it may not necessarily be an actual action, but emotionally, they would like to have at least a discussion, a heart-to-heart, a conversation. Advice for you, strength, Leo energy. It takes great strength to be soft. Well, I think it's about leaning back, being open to receive, being resilient too, having your boundaries in place. You know, egotistically and pride can kind of get in the way, but here's the thing. You have a right to feel that way because of what this individual put you through. So you're not completely resilient, but you are very aware of an individual who tends to try to be a player, right? They're sneaking on in. There's something about this window being seen. It may be a story. If you are, if you're on social media a lot, this person here may show up in your stories. You're going to be able to view them. You're going to see this person coming. There's something about knowing the signs of when they are coming. Sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little. All right. So this person here, when they bend the rules, it may be because they're trying to sneak away. Maybe say they're going away on business. There's something here about not necessarily telling the truth here about the other connection, the individual here that they're leaving. They may still be involved with them. They may be trying to find a window here. Again, they don't want full-on rejection from you. So this is an individual here who's looking for a way in the door. So just be wary of that. All right. That's what I got here for you, Virgo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. Libra is up. Hello, Tren. Welcome back. Star is here. Told you she'd be coming. She's hanging out over on Twitch. Debbie started us off here with our donation. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate it. We are now 4 donations away from unlocking the collective bonus. Ooh, these cards almost fell. And Libra will be up next. Libra. Libra will be up next. Let me just timestamp this. All right, Libra, let's see how you're showing up here first. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. How is Libra showing up here? You're showing up as the 3 of Wands. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. Okay, so I think you're being open. You're available. You know, maybe your door was very closed at one point, but I feel like you're being optimistic. You're open to receive. You know, you're looking for commitment though. And this commitment is like, I'm not looking to be a player. I'm not looking to an individual here just to see, you know, to have a good time. I'm looking for something regarding loyalty, but you're being optimistic about loyalty. All right, Libra. Who is this individual? 5 of Wands. A good coven lets every witch have a say. So this person is internally conflicted when it comes to you. All right, let's see the obstacle of why. They may be conflicted because there's another person here that their attention is towards. But if it's not a specific current person, it could also be that they're stuck on someone from the past. Could be that too. Let's see what the obstacle is for Libra and this connection. Oh, you got another 5. Well, this is all about confrontation, not just internal confrontation. The obstacle here between you two is there's a separation. You can't be right all the time. Okay. So you were forced to walk away from this individual, but they have this anticipation or expectation of maybe you returning. There's something here that maybe was said on a phone call, through text, but there's just, I don't know. There's 2 people splitting the road. So maybe this person here couldn't make up their mind between you and another. It could be that. Let's see what else is going on here in this connection. Pull on some oracle cards. What's going on here? Loyalty. Well, there's the dog again here. Trusting, reliability, believing. I feel like that's your energy. You're very loyal to this individual. Clouded judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Man, this person I feel has an ego on them, but they're also very confused. There could be some illusions and different perceptions here. They may have confused your loyalty as something as controlling. Peace, balance, harmony, friendship. Interesting. Unbalanced to balance. You know, this could be, Libra, a relationship here. Let's start it off with a really strong friendship. Maybe through the years you develop something more, but this person here is confused. I also feel like they're trying to make some peace here with whatever the confrontation was. If you walked away, it's like they're trying to regain their balance, but they are very internally conflicted when it comes to you. Hey, Papa, welcome back. You've been missed. Reversals are now up. Let's see what their current feelings are here. Ace of Cups. Well, this is unconditional love. Peace. This person here wishes to come to peace with you, a peace offering. Justice, balance. Libra, that's you. I get it. I get it. Thank you, Unique, for the party at. Appreciate it. That counts towards the donation. This person here has a not enough wound. Currently, they do have a lot of love for you. They may have been confused And they may have, whatever this fight was, they're conflicted about. They had cloudy judgment on your loyalty. What they're realizing now is they really didn't give you a shot. A good coven lets every witch have a say. And there's something here about cutting you off. And this individual here made assumptions about you. And you were trying to be very fair. And this person here may have been influenced by others. Specifically, someone here may have, gotten into their ear and told them that, different perception that you were trying to be controlling, that, you were manipulating them. But that was far from the truth. And this individual is realizing, well, if Libra's still on my mind, there must be something more there. And so this is a person here who would love to be reconnected with you, at peace with you. But at the same time, they don't know how to return this. You could be dealing with an individual here who has a hard time processing their emotions, identifying them, and speaking very vulnerable. Okay. This is an individual here who may have been taught to control their emotions. All right. This could be an inner child wound. It could be. Let's see what the integration and action is, what they're processing and integrating, and their intentions. Wanting to have a new shot with you. This fool always cracks me up because, like, let's do it. Let's go. There's something naive about this individual. It's almost like, my bad. I screwed up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't really understand at the time of how much you meant to me. I may have been listening to the wrong people. There's just something naive about this individual, or they may have looked at you that way too. Their intentions here, though, with the 9 of Cups reversed. Ooh. This is still a controlling kind of energy. This individual wants to, it's not that, not only do they want to have their cake and eat it too. This person here would be very satisfied if you would just accept their poor behavior and maybe not lean into such harsh judgments. And maybe you were forced here to walk away, like I said, right, in silence. But this person could also be a heavy drinker. My 9 of Cups usually reverses someone here who tends to try to indulge, escape, because they don't want the emotions to come out. They don't want to come off as too much, yet they consume too much. And I feel what this person here is consuming is their emotions. And their intentions here is, if I just open up just enough, will it be enough for Libra to take a bite? Let's see what their next actions are for September. We have the Queen of Swords here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Now, they could be a fellow air sign, just like you. But their intentions here are not necessarily opening communication with you. I do believe that this individual may start flipping the narrative as you being too harsh, too controlling, being a little pessimistic, sarcastic. It's like they want to have a peace with you, yet they don't know how to offer it with you. Again, it's the controlling bit. But as honest and authentic as they are, they're disappointed. And so their next actions right now is to be very disappointed that this has been removed from their life. Are they actually doing anything about it? Well, they want to, but they're still fighting that urge. They're just really, really fighting that urge. All right, advice for you, Libra. Hey, Betsy. Thank you, Papa and Unique, for the donations. We are now 2 away from unlocking the first collective. Look at this. If they wanted to, they would, right? The 7 of Pentacles here is nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. This person really hasn't taken the time here to nurture, be consistent. But I also feel like what you are open to right now are individuals here who actually nurture and care, want to get involved, want to work it out. This individual is looking for a clean slate versus working it out. It's like, let's just have a fresh start. Let's just pretend this didn't happen. But that's the naive part of this individual. But your advice here is the Seven of Pentacles and the Patient Witch, which is basically the Hangman or the Hang Witch at this point. Learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. Okay. And I feel like that's what you're doing, is you're open to see what comes to you, to gain a new perception. But also, if an individual does come back, if they do communicate, or even if they don't, the reality check here is that the notion is are they actually putting the work into this? Is this person trying to take accountability? Are they wanting to work with it to evolve, nurture it, care for it? And that's something here that may be missing. And you may find, Libra, that you are an individual who cares and nurtures individuals to the point of overwatering. Okay. Like you put so much into it that it kind of like kills it. And maybe the perception here is just to stand back a little bit and see how an individual here actually partakes in a connection here with you, whether it's this person or not. All right. That's what I got here for you, Libra. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side at Harmonia Friends Community and membership. And we're going to move on to Scorpio. Thank you for the donations, guys. I appreciate it. Scorpio is up. Scorpio will be up. Guys, if you are cross-watching the sign, you're probably going to have to read it as though it's your reading, okay? Just flip the narrative. Don't force it. Scorpio. How's everybody's Friday doing? Everybody got plans for the weekend? Anything fun? Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, which I'm okay with. I'm okay because that means it will be a cozy day. I'm all for cozy days. All right, Scorpio, let's get the timestamps here. Let's see what's going on here. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus. No reversals on initial story play. How are you showing up in this connection? You're showing up as the Knight of Pentacles. This always reminds me of Forrest Gump, the box of chocolates, except you're not sitting on a bench. Slowly but surely, you're going places. I feel like you're hesitant with moving on, moving forward. Okay. I feel like you're on the healing journey. Let's see what's going on here with this individual. Notice how she's facing. Sorry, I need to put this a little bit here for my vertical viewers. She's facing kind of the middle. How are they showing up? Oh, the Seven of Wands. Hey, Allison. Welcome back on Facebook. Witches should hold other witches accountable. You got to blame her. This person here is pointing to you. They're very defensive when it comes to you. All right, let's see why. Why are they so defensive when it comes to you? What's the obstacle between the two of you? Oh, the Six of Pentacles. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. You took your power back. You took your chocolates and went home. Was this person breadcrumbing you? Is that what happened, Scorpio? Is an individual upset because they can't have a piece of you anymore? They're not enjoying those divine chocolates? You're enjoying it by yourself now? Or you share it with only individuals here where there's reciprocity? I feel like this person here didn't really treat you with respect. Didn't appreciate it here. Lack of appreciation when it came to Scorpio. What's going on here? Deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons, past life. So you have a karmic connection with this individual, not just from this lifetime. Shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. My gosh. This is going to be one of those readings. Very gray. I feel it. Memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. You know, it's sad because I feel like it started very deeply. And when the two of you did connect, it was amazing. But over time, it became shallow and depressing. And it's like, what the hell? Where do I fit in this scenario? What's going on here? So I think you were forced to move on, forced to take your power back, look at your other options. Reversals are now up. Current feelings when it comes to you. Well, they're not positive feelings. This person here, how they feel right now is that you pull the rug right underneath their feet. They did not anticipate it. But for some of you, this may trigger you because you actually did try to communicate to this individual. You just felt left out. There's the bench, right? You were consistently waiting. You know, you told them the problem. They refused to look at the problem. But now they may be looking at it as they didn't give me enough time. How was I supposed to resolve that problem? Yeah. They asked too much for me. There's also something about you getting your light back. I feel like this individual, because look at all these gray cards, and then it comes to you, and it's like, whew. So I think you started really painting the picture for oneself because you got tired of trying to paint the picture here with you and this individual who didn't really want in. So there was like a renovation process here for the Scorpio, and it felt like an internal renovation. You know, it might have been small changes you were making, but you started to get attention. You started showing up differently. People were starting to ask you questions here. Oh, Scorpio, you look happy. You've changed. And this is something here that this person didn't like. No. They didn't like you getting this kind of attention. This is an individual here who's kind of used to some kind of attention, but I felt like they tried to keep you down. They may have even tried to involve things regarding the past. You know, you didn't give me time for this, or, the unresolved issues with their past, or they may have blamed their behavior because of a past situation. But they were looking for a version of you that accepted, but you weren't accepting the bare minimum anymore. And so their current feelings here is, was Scorpio always this way? Did Scorpio lie to me? Because they're seeing a new version of you. Let's see what the integration and action is for September. The Magician energy here. Well, they're manifesting, but are they really manifesting you back? I feel like this individual here is wanting things to go right for them. Yeah. And a little worried that them, who was the sitting duck, may have completely missed the boat here. Okay, because you're not on the boat anymore. This individual knows it. But it's fear talking. I also feel like they're trying to project here like, oh, Scorpio will be back. It won't be that great for Scorpio. They'll realize that, this is only short term. Are they really working on themselves? No, they're kind of sitting there. This person isn't really have a lot of inspiration to make changes in their life. They feel like an individual here who works, comes home, and kind of plops down and sits there. And, just kind of is like, well, one day I'll have a good time or have fun. But there's a lot of blame when it comes to this connection versus taking the effort here to work on you. I feel like this person here is is very fearful of being alone. I don't think that they're currently in another relationship. I feel like this is really they blame not having a relationship because of you. I'm not saying it's your fault. There's just a blamer energy with this individual. Advice for you, the patient witch. Learn to get comfortable with sitting with whenever necessary. This is not necessarily sitting with, I think you're starting to see a person here is not willing to change, is not really willing to evolve, but also complains a lot about their issues and problems and expects the environment and things to change around them when they're not willing to make changes. And so you may have been kind of stuck in this person's energy, and it wasn't allowing you to be vibrant. It wasn't allowing you to be free. It wasn't allowing you to be, have growth and involvement. Now, what's coming up for you in September is the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. That's you. It says, always compose yourself before giving a response. I feel like you're about to meet somebody new if you haven't met somebody new yet, or if you're deepening a bond with an individual yet, and this is an ex. There's something about have an individual here who you're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation. And Spirit is just reminding you that this individual is not your ex. Okay. They're not going to blame you. This will be one of those conversations where they ask questions. And the perception here is to not jump to the conclusions, is to listen. Okay. Because this is a person here who will take the time to listen to you. This individual is kind of stooping, they're stooping on their own stuff. All right. That's what I got here for you, Scorpio. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Sagittarius next. Sagittarius is up. Guys, we are 2 donations away from unlocking the collective bonus here for all of the channels. Donations can happen over on YouTube. Sagittarius will be up. Thank you, Mitzi, for your donation. I do appreciate that. We are now 1 bonus away from unlocking the collective bonus. Sagittarius is up. All right, Saggies, let's see how you're showing up. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. Spirit, how is Sagittarius showing up here in this connection? You're healing. Why aren't you resting? You doing too much? You're in your head. You're trying to recover, but I want to say you're lovesick. You're in a lovesick situation. How is this person showing up? 2 of Wands. Your decisions decide your future here, nothing else. So you got an individual here who's trying to move on, trying to move forward. Doesn't necessarily mean moving towards you. They're keeping their options open, but they're pausing on this for right now. You're not out of it. You're just, this person here is looking what other options they have. You're completely different. Look at this. We have 10, the good luck charm. If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. You know what's interesting? This is kind of the card of destiny. The 2 of you met in really unlikely ways. But you're kind of fed up with this. And some of you are like, I'm even fed up if you consider this person like your twin flame, or you've been down that journey. It's like, this just makes me sick. I wish I had just found a soulmate. this has been exhausting for you. This has been a huge spiritual growth for you. But at the same time, the parts that have been rewarding is it's created healthier boundaries for you, an awareness of how much you give. And for this individual here who may feel like they're sowing their oats and having a good time, they're also realizing here the conditions here of love, and what's considered unconditional. But right now, this person is kind of looking and weighing out their different options. Pulling some of these oracle cards. Bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. Ooh, that could be the part what makes you sick to your stomach. Distracted, sidetracked, change, delays. All right. And this person here is running. You got a runner. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. And I feel like that's you. This person here is being distracted from the realization of what this connection is. And so there may be some bitterness on both sides, but this is a person here who wants to have clarity and say, hey, I don't feel that way. There's something that's missing. I need to keep searching. And so that's what this person's doing. They're searching, they're running. Reversals are now up. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Well, that's you. I think this person feels that you're incredibly angry at them. You can see you as, and this may trigger you, but this is their feelings, okay? So just, don't shoot the messenger. These are just feelings, all right? There's a blamer energy here, but it's also they feel they're tired of listening, even though this is not a violin, it's a cello. But I feel like there's just something here about not wanting to listen to the victimhood of the woe is me or why you can't see it. You're very attractive, beautiful, confident, feisty person, but you make this person angry. And so they see you as an individual here who has tantrums. Will they take the credit of like acknowledging that the tantrum could happen because of their behavior? Probably not. No, the Four of Pentacles here is what's the issue? What's the problem? Let loose. Why are you so feisty? Why are you so stuck up? Why you got to be that way? Why do we got to make something here? I don't feel like this person want to commit to you, Sagittarius. I feel like you were dealing with someone here who was non-committal. They saw this relationship as baggage. They weren't ready to settle down, take responsibility on it. It felt like they were being rushed. Yeah. And you spoke your mind. And you were honest and you were truthful and you were authentic and you were transparent. And this scared the hell out of this individual. I'm going to say, Sagittarius, you called this individual out. Gosh, Sagittarius is rude and feisty. How could they perceive me that way? Well, you just stated the facts. Maybe you caught this individual in here in a lie. Maybe you had a real big truth talk here, and the realization here is they didn't want to see it. They didn't want to realize it. See what the integration and action is for September, what they're currently processing, their intentions, and potential next move for September. Blame. I almost feel this energy of them like puffing up and being like, let Sagittarius try to replace me. Good luck with that. This is also an individual here who may have compared you with other individuals and teased you with that. This person doesn't like conflict. They don't like drama, but yet they are the drama. They do bring in a lot of like drama in here. And for those of you who are cross-watching and like, that's not who I am, you got to flip the narrative if it's the other way around, okay? Because their intentions here is starting to see how it was when they were with you when things were right. This is what they're not telling you. They know the connection. They feel it. It scares the hell out of them. They're not ready to evolve to this next step, whether it's marriage, whether it's commitment, whether it's moving in together, whether it's the idea of having children. This person here feels like that's a lot. That doesn't really allow me freedom. Maybe one day. One day. So their potential next move here for you, Two of Swords. Still feels unfinished with you, but is starting to dabble in other connections. Are they certain about those other connections? No. We have 2 twos here. They're sitting on the bench, because as soon as whatever connection they pick and it tries to evolve or want more, they're going to feel the same way. This is too much. So this is an individual here who probably doesn't like to be alone, wants companionship, but, may promise something in the long lines of here. Of commitment, When it comes to you, the Knight of Cups, romanticize the present moment every chance you get. All right. You may have fallen for the rose-colored glasses of this individual. All right. They may have love bombed you. And you may have over romanticized this connection for what this person here was truly ready for. But there's something here, Spirit is saying it's now time for you to romanticize the present moment every chance you get for oneself, not necessarily externally. And that comes through family, that comes through community, that comes through children, that comes through connection. The 10 of Cups, okay? But sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. You're being led here to your support and connections here who are there for you so that you can rest and recover. You're in a recovery period from this individual. All right. That's what I got here for you, Sagittarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side of Harmonia Friends community. You can join through the website with the major tier or on YouTube for the premier tier. Capricorn is up. Cappies. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more shuffle. These cards are a little bit bigger. Thank you, Debbie, for the donation. You guys have unlocked the collective bonus. Congratulations. That will happen after we get through the readings here. Okay. The bonus is coming up here. Hey, Crystal. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys. So we just unlocked the collective bonus that will happen after the readings here, but we're gonna start with Capricorn here. We're working our way down from Virgo, for those of you who just jumped in. I lost Capricorn sign. Here we go. Cappies are up. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. Happy, how are you showing up here in this connection? You're showing up as the broom. You're going through a rebirth period here. Okay. Sweeping out an X. Thank you, Gemini, for the donation. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. That's how you feel right now. You want something better. So there's something in this relationship that is over, is ended, but you're trying to move on. Some of you are purging, some of you getting rid of stuff, renovating. But I do feel this energy of, it feels like Scorpio energy. It feels like death, rebirth. See how this individual is showing up here. Oh, they're showing up as the Emperor. All 4 kings in one. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. And so this person here is taking charge, taking accountability on their life right now. They're cleaning up too. But there's a time, there's something that's ticking. All right, let's see what's in between the two of you, because there's something going on here between the two of you. It simply is. Let's see what that obstacle is. Three of Pentacles. What's the saying? Teamwork makes a spell work. That's the problem. This person here was, I don't want to say they were a time waster. They were slow. Slower than molasses. Maybe you were stuck in a friendship. Maybe this person here couldn't, there was something about not up leveling in. It took forever. You felt like you were waiting around for this individual. It was like, oh my gosh, it didn't matter how good friends you are. Some of you connected with each other through work or through community, but it's like this person was just, woo, they took their time. They took their time, and that was an issue. What else was an issue with this? Hoping, expecting, faith. Man, I think that's what was you. You were hoping, expecting that a flame, over time you thought that this was going to light up to something more. You truly believe that. And a lot of you wanted a second chance with this individual, reconciliation, or an opportunity here. Or maybe over time here, you were waiting for an individual and saying, you know what if they come back? But you're now in the energy of sweeping that out. I don't think you're believing in a reconciliation at this point. No. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away. That's what you felt. You felt like this person here pushed you away. Ghosted you. Maybe said that they weren't ready. Avoided this. I feel ghosted. I feel like this person here chose to escape. Maybe they went for a second chance with somebody else too. Could be that. Hey, Jenny, welcome. Welcome back. Current feelings, Capricorn. Remember, reversals are now up. Current feelings of this individual here when it comes to you. How do they feel about you? The Magician reverse cursed. They feel a little bit cursed. I feel like you put a hex on them. And some of you are like, you got to be kidding me. I haven't put a hex on them. I'm just trying to clean up my life, right? But they feel cursed since they've left you. Because they feel a pull. You too, Marty. Thanks for showing up. The 8 of Cups here, reverse, Capricorn. Oh my gosh. I want to say that this individual here was hoping that you would chase them. Maybe they're like, well, are they coming back? Are they coming after me? What's going on? This person, it's funny because they avoid the conversation, yet at the same time, they're hoping you'll come back. Yeah, and they're getting worried. Because the silence is getting louder and louder and louder. And now they're going, where's Capricorn? They've never been gone this long. Were they really serious? I think maybe you decided to end a relationship that was going nowhere. Some of you, this was a situationship. Some of you, this was a friendship with benefits, but I don't feel like it really went. There's not a lot of cups here. Emotionally, I feel like this person here utilized you for companionship, time, liked your attention. Let's see what their integration and action is, Capricorn, for September. Integration. The Emperor reverse, there it is. There it is. Controlling. They're trying to control the narrative here. This person is incredibly egotistical, prideful, can come off as a micromanager, could come off as unruly, but their traits come with insecurities. And so you're dealing with, even though this is a mature individual, I also feel like you aren't the first person they've done this before. I feel like this person here was in a very established relationship before, and they did the same thing. They did the same thing. So they come off as incredibly controlling and wanting you to take the accountability for that bit. But whatever they take for their accountability is on their pace, on their time. Yeah. 3 of Cups. Okay. Right now, they're looking at replacing you. Is it working out for them? They're just looking at anybody here who would chase them for a surface level. So I don't think it's just one person. I think this person here is looking at other individuals here to fill their times, friendships, one night stands, that kind of energy. When it comes to you, unfinished. It's unresolved, but they also feel like you are an individual here that got away, but they don't want to believe that you won't come back. So they're a little bit delulu on that portion. Advice for you. King of Swords. We can all learn important things from one another. Okay. If you need to create some kind of closure, because I feel like you are. This is you like creating closure for yourself. But if you find that you need to write a letter, even if it doesn't go out to them, there's something here where it's like, I just need to get all of my emotions and the truth what this person here wasn't willing to listen to. They wouldn't hear me out. And I just need to get it out. And Spirit's saying, have that conversation, cut that cord. The King of Swords here, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy here does take justice. Okay. And the justice here is creating boundaries, being very mindful and aware and detaching emotionally. And knowing that this is what this person was. They were at a snail pace here, right? Where you were going places. Okay. This is going to be a big move for you. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. You can't keep waiting around for an individual here who wants to control the pace and pretend you're a snail too. Okay. And you're not. This is something here where you're going places, and some of you got travel coming up. I don't know if you're planning on going somewhere this September, or if you're just like finally putting yourself back out there and being open to new energy and not an ex returning. This is you really shifting the energy. But this person here is at a snail's pace, and that's just what's evident here. All right. That's what I got here for you, Capricorn. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side at Harmonia Friends Community. You can join through my website, the highest tier, or on YouTube for the premier tiers. Aquarius is up. Yeah, Jenny, these are collective readings tonight. So just look at your placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. These are love readings tonight. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yep, Whispers. What, baby? Yes, you get my share. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. No reversals on initial story play. How are you showing up? Two of Pentacles. When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. Why do I feel like you got your options? I don't know if this is new love and an ex, or you're just uncertain about a relationship. This individual, Justice, could be dealing with a Libra. Stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. All right. Well, this is a very authentic individual. Let's see what's because this is all about balance, but you feel off balance. This person here is speaking some truth that makes you feel off balanced. Okay, let's see what the obstacle is. Two of Cups. Some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. Well, this is a deep connection, but it's throwing you off kilter. This person is being authentic to you, but there's just something here. But the obstacle here is just the two of you. I feel like this Aquarius has their options. Now, it could be the other way around. You see it as you see fit. Let's see what's going on here. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Divine feminine. So we have the pole, the push and pull energy here. Resistant, secret admirer, suppressing, timid. This person ran from you. And this is pulling the energy here. This person here is very resistant to you. But this is also a person here who feels very aligned. Told you the truth. Maybe you weren't ready to hear this person's truth because they know their worth. They do. All right, current feelings when it comes to you. Why did they run? You know what it is it was the emotions. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You're a very good listener. You're very understanding. You're very intuitive. You deeply connected to this individual. You truly did. But you may have avoided at one point a hard conversation with this individual, truly with your emotions. Maybe you had a hard time articulating what this person meant to you. But there was something here about how this individual felt was that you were hiding, holding back. Yeah. And the holding back energy could be because this individual felt like there was somebody else coming on here in your life, or that you weren't ready to settle down. There was just something here where you weren't open to fully receive this connection. So this person here, although they felt very open with you and loving, they felt very vulnerable. And they didn't want to wait. Yeah, this is somebody here who wanted to rush this connection, put effort into this connection, but they wanted emotions from you. All right. And some of you, this started off with a deep friendship. You may have worked together or you just worked well together. Okay. But I feel like this was a deep friendship. But how they feel about you is an individual here who was there in every way possible, but yet you didn't want to give the title, or you didn't want to define this, or you weren't ready to articulate it yet. Maybe because you were hung up on something, or you're just not ready. Let's see what their integration and actions are for September when it comes to you. The Seven of Wands, this is a person here who's building resistance. They may have blocked you. they're trying to forget about you. This may be hard to hear, but I feel like this individual here gets very emotional when it comes to you. It scares the hell out of them. Yeah. The weight of it scares them. Because I think this person can be themselves with you, yet at the same time, as vulnerable as they were, they didn't feel like you were truly being vulnerable with them. You listened, but you did not really showcase the reactions that they anticipated. So they ran from it. They may have even tried to blame you. All right. But it is heavy on this individual. Right now, their intentions is to carry this away. I mean, this isn't too intense for them, for this individual. It's too intense. They're either trying to forget you or trying to move on from you. Because the idea here of you being serious or being open to them or actually having those emotions return makes them feel that you think it would make this person feel at home, but they don't feel like you are ready. There's just something here that throws them off. Okay. They don't feel like your foot's fully into it. You're not fully invested into this 8, 9, 10. Okay. It's like this person here wants to be chosen, yet doesn't feel here picked by you. Now, some of you, they need to pick themselves and they just have some insecurity issues that they're working on. But this right now, this person's going an entirely different direction. But you need to focus on 3 of Pentacles. What's the saying? Teamwork makes a spell work here. And there's something here about you being afraid to put into relationships, maybe because this one was so deep. Okay, maybe you have a fear of things going beyond friendship. But if a relationship is going to evolve, there has to be open communication. And Spirit is encouraging you for the next connection, whatever this may be honest, be authentic, be transparent, and just know if an individual, whether they like it or not, as long as you're transparent, you're going to find that it's going to attract the right people in your life. I like how it says, look at you, you're bursting with sparkly new ideas. You may, for some of you, have a business venture that's going to be happening for you. I know this is more of love, but I do see business coming up for you too. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aquarius. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Pisces next. Pisces is up. Guys, don't forget, we also have a collective bonus here after Leo. We did reach our goal. Thanks for everybody for the donations. I do appreciate it. All right, Friskers, you sit on the chair, not the desk. This cat is all over the place, but at least he's not on this desk. I got him to like stay away from there. Now he's bouncing on the other side. Pisces is up next. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pisces. No reversals. Let's see how you're showing up right now. Oh, you're moving on out. 6 of Swords, all aboard, which it's time to write a new chapter. All right. Where are you traveling to? You got some travel plans coming up? How's this person showing up? The Star could be dealing with an Aquarius. Have faith. The healing is in the forecast. So this person here is still hoping for this connection. What's the obstacle that's between the two of you? Commitment. You two have very different belief systems. Taurus energy now. Tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. I feel like the two of you are on opposite ends, but why do I feel like you two are on the opposite ends of the world too? This could be a long distance relationship. There could be a cultural differences here between the two of you. But this is in regards to commitment, you know, being in it together. Maybe you guys met through school, maybe you met through work, maybe you met through community. But there's differences here. But you seem to be trying to move on, you know. Emotionally it's hard, but you're doing it. And this person hasn't lost hope in you, or hope in this connection at least. Return. Yeah, this person's wanting a second chance with you. They are. What else? Clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. You know, it might have took separation for this individual to have a clear understanding of where this how much this connection actually means to them. Nourish, self-growth, self-focus, soul finding. Yeah, you and this individual are on the self-love journey, but primarily this individual, they're cleaning up their act. I don't know if this person here had some, you know, some vices in their life, but I feel like they're really cleaning up themselves. They have a clear picture now. This is a person here who's not trying to escape the emotions. And emotionally, you aren't either. I feel like you're moving forward, moving on. Let's see what their current feelings when it comes to you. Reversals are now up. How do they currently feel here about Pisces? Five of Swords. They're very focused on the last argument the two of you had. It got pretty ugly. It got pretty spicy. It was very divided. But I think they can understand your perspective. That's the clarity now. They can understand your perspective of why you felt forced to walk away. Too many chefs in the kitchen. Did this person here have family or individuals influencing them on this connection? Yeah, Page of Swords here. They listen to the wrong people. Or maybe their cultural beliefs or traditions here got in the way of that too. Right? You were just so different. But there were other individuals here who did not see how this relationship could work. So there could have been some lies here fed to this individual. They may listen to other individuals here when it came to you, where it was like, well, listen, if you're not going to have my back, then, you know, or think that I'm that way, then it is what it is at this point. Yeah, they're feeling this deeply. For some of you, you know, you were planning marriage. Some of you could have been engaged to this individual or talking to her. Some of you were just talking to moving in or up leveling this connection. But with these reverse, it tells me you're heavily on this person's mind and wanting this connection. They want a reunion with you. You know, they're feeling deeply the separation. When these are reversed, it's someone here who's in extreme emotions when it comes to this connection. Because as opposite as you were, you two did make each other happy. Let's see what their intentions are for September. Intentions and actions. Three of Pentacles here. So they're definitely, if there's third party interference, if this person went towards another connection, or if there's other individuals they were listening to, they're separating from those people. Okay. In fact, there may have been a little bit of a standoff with those people who had talked either this person out of this union, this connection, or who may have been simply jealous of this connection. It could have been that too. The potential next move of this individual, what they want here, man, they are really in it. They're really processing the grief. Some of you were forced to block this individual, but others of you, this person may have moved, and, you know, and they're like completely sitting with all of the moves that they've made. Some of them feel that they made the damage is already done, you know. 6, 7, 8, 9. They just fear that you've already moved on, that they don't have a second shot with you. You know, that there's no returns. Possible next move of this individual. I feel like right now this person here is leaving it to destiny. They feel a little bit cursed receiving karma with the backlash of who they chose. And some of you, like I said, this was a family situation, whether it was an ex, whether it was family, whether it was friends that influenced them. This is an individual here who felt a great deal of responsibilities to do the right thing rather than really look at the connection of where this could have gone. This is also an individual here who could see having children with you. And some of you did have children with this person. And that's the part here that's a little devastating because they may not be in their life nearly as much as they should be. Advice for you when it comes to this person. 7 of Wands. Witches should hold other witches accountable. You got blamed. There was something here where people looked at you as the problem to this individual of why they wanted to change or, be a specific way, when all you wanted was to grow with an individual. Okay, this person never truly had your back. The moon energy, that's you, Pisces. It says taking time for deep self-reflection is essential. All right. There's just something here where I feel like you have a past life connection with this individual. It's not just in this lifetime, okay? But you also were pointed in that last lifetime too. It almost feels like Salem witch trials a little bit, like persecuted. But there's something in this deep reflection about looking above this. And you may be finding, even in this, because we just, going through that lunar eclipse, you may be finding in this energy of having a lot of nostalgia of what this person brought out into you. But it has a lot to do with unprocessed emotions that are ready to be cleared now. All right. That's what I got here for you, Pisces. If that resonated, go ahead and like, comment below, and send you guys lots of love if you're going through that. Aries is up next. We have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and the unlocked bonus. So don't go anywhere just yet, guys. We got more coming. Aries, you are up next. Let's do it. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. Aries, how are you showing up? Aries, curiosity is a type of magic. You're showing up as curious. You watching an individual? Tarot is spying. I feel like you're looking for a message, or looking out for a message at least. Wanting communication of some sort. Who is this individual? Oh boy. This person take off? 6 of Swords, all aboard, witch. It's time to write a new chapter. So this is an individual here who's, sorry, there's Frisker's hair on here, who's trying to move on. Trying to have a new start. I don't feel like they're facing you, Aries. The obstacle with this individual, oh yeah. The obstacle is there's a new connection. Just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it'll be effortless. See, this person here feels like they're going towards an effortless connection, but there's going to be efforts that are needed. They think that they're picking easy. That's what it is, Aries. They feel like they're picking easy. All right. You have an individual here who you're watching and seeing them move on. All right. What's going on in this connection? Sorrow, loss, grief, depression. Oh boy. Curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind frame. And this is usually, oh my goodness. Divine masculine. So I feel like this is about taking your divine masculine energy back, whether you're feminine or masculine, all right? The actions and the power here, this is all a chess move. You may feel sorrow. You may feel like you're cursed, but also the way this person was influenced or how quickly they moved is what's the point where you're like, someone's doing magic on them. And some of you may really truly believe that. But it has to do with energy more than anything. Okay. And there's a shadow side. I'm seeing all of this gray. There's a wounded masculine wound here of overdrive, over perfectionism, not doing enough, overdoing it, controlling. Okay. And maybe that's something here where this person may felt that you were controlling, manipulative. Okay. But you're still trying to gather information from this individual. Maybe you're just watching them. How do they currently feel about you? Reversals are now on. Well, not positive. They felt very overwhelmed, manipulated. They did not feel at peace. There was a lot of uncertainty. Some of you, they felt like it was too overwhelming. Did you put this person a little bit on a pedestal? You know, I think it was overwhelming to this individual. Yeah, it was totally imbalanced. This is a person here who you may be divorced from or asked for a divorce or asked for a separation. But it was very imbalanced. They could have cheated on you, cheated you out. Could have been dealing with a Libra. Oh boy. They felt like the love was based upon conditions. Yeah. Look at this, Page of Wands again. All right. This person here was wanting to escape, wanting freedom, wanting to have a good time. This felt stifling to them. And so this person here sought outside of this relationship. So how they feel is they put enough effort in here, but you were too serious. And so they just wanted to go towards something else. Their integration and actions here, Aries, what they are processing and integrating now in September. The King of Swords here. Now, see, you have gained some. You're very transparent now. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. There's a lot of Libra energy here, right? So this person sees you now as detached, wanting the facts. Could be very stifling. I'm not saying this is who you are, but this is how they feel. Okay. First, it was overwhelmed emotionally. Now they're overwhelmed by your logic, how strategic you are. You know how you pick at it. You ask questions now. Okay. You ask too many questions, according to this individual. Their intentions here is the Queen of Wands here, reverse. They're angry. They're playing their cello, not their violin. But I feel like this individual could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's also another fire sign. But I feel like this individual here is trying to flip the narrative. Their intentions here is to get you angry, make you have an outburst, give you a reaction for them to go, see, that's why I left Aries. Aries is crazy. All right. So this person here is intentionally trying to rustle your feathers to some extent, playing victim to the scenario. Their next move here is the moon. And let me tell you, illusions, fear, all of that is about to be revealed. Pisces energy. I do believe that this individual is going to start spinning tales about you, about the overreactions. Advice for you. This is about your happiness. This is about your present energy. This is about you having a glow. Okay. Leo energy is here. So something could happen to Leo. You probably took your power back. It says, give yourself permission to experience joy. You know, maybe you have been, maybe you're keeping an eye on this person because you're afraid that they're going to piss on your parade. But there's just something here where you're being asked here to be more present about your happiness. Don't worry about the gossip and the bees around you. Okay. Because it's noise. It's noise. Look at this. All right. Queen of Wands. Replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. This person is trying to take your confidence, your glow, your self-reflection here, taking your power back and manipulating it to say, this is why I left. All right. You know, act unbothered. Act unbothered. That's what you got for you here. All right. That's what I got here, Aries. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, you can always check out more messages at Harmonia Friends Community. Taurus is up. Oh, it got quiet here. Everybody got sleepy or something? All right. Taurus. Let me timestamp this. Where are my bulls at? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus. Here we go. Let's see how you're showing up. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. My bulls, make yourself present. Showing up as the Page of Cups. Let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. Hey, Kiko. All right, so you're being open to love, open to your refreshing new love. I'm not saying you're open to a past situation, but you're being open to love. All right, current feelings of this individual. Who is this individual in this energy? 8 of Cups. If your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. Interesting. I got these exact cards, but in the opposite order in the membership reading today. I kid you not. I did a you versus them reading. It's a little bit different. This is only looking at current feelings, but you may want to go into that and check out the membership reading that was released today if that title resonates to you. But this feels opposite. Okay, let's see what before I get into it, because I was like, whoa, wait a minute. These are the same cards. What's the opposite here? Queen of Wands, or the obstacle. Queen of Wands. Replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. This is someone here who wants to return. This is the exact reading that I was feeling into. All right. This is for Taurus here who's open to see what happens. And this individual here is emotionally ready to leave, the past behind and wants to know if the bridge has not been burned. Okay. But it comes, both of you are marrying self-confidence. You've been working on oneself, both of you. What happened in this connection? So far, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. Something's about to blossom here. Obsession, infatuation, adoration. Oh boy. Confusion. I feel like you may have had an individual who was uncertain about how to they may have not been ready, Taurus. There's something in their past that they may have been stuck on that they were obsessed with, and it could have been whatever. Maybe they're a past person they were lusting over, but they may have not necessarily seen the connection for what it is. But they definitely are perceiving it differently. Let's see what their current feelings are for you. Current feelings here for Taurus. Reversals are now up. Yeah, there it is. Gemini energy, the choice of love. This is a person here who wants to reconcile with you. All right. They may have been confused before, but the separation has allowed them time here to build their confidence, to tell a different story. There's a lot of insecurities that this individual was dealing with. We have the Queen of Wands twice here too. This was on this individual. They may have been playing victim a little bit to another scenario. They were stuck on another person. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. Okay. It interfered with what this connection could have been. And currently how they feel here is they were trying to control what they wanted and desired. What they realize is the expectations were thrown onto another person. They didn't realize that they were being so controlling that it was right in front of them. So you were the person that they were actually trying to manifest, but they couldn't see it at the time. All right. But they know they miss you. They know they departed from you. This person could be, dabbling in tarot themselves, but usually with the occult, it's like against free will. But I feel like this individual here tried to get an ex back, or was hoping another person was going to come back, and it never panned out that way. They are emotionally leaving that, but they're going, wait a minute. It was Taurus. It was, and I was so defensive to it. Yeah. So this person here is picking up the pieces, but they're also probably picking up, if you had, if this has been some time, or no communication, or you block this individual here, this person here is looking for alternate ways here to get back in. Their intentions right now for September, their intentions, is to face the unfinished business. They just did not see that you were actually what they've been asking for. It was too good to be true, and they were stuck with the obsession of somebody else or past, of what they thought it was going to be. Emotionally, they're leaving that behind. They're realizing that was a fantasy. They built that out of ease. Yeah. And the Five of Wands here is like, well, what am I doing? Like, why didn't I fight for Taurus? Why did I make Taurus compete for me? That was just a ghost. That was completely not real or realistic. Okay. So they're a little bit conflicted. Their actions here has to do with more with blockage. So I think some of you have this person blocked. Not saying they can't find a way around, but like that's what they're facing in September. Advice for you. Okay. Look at you on the pathway here, the Knight of Pentacles. Slowly but surely you're going places, okay? I think this is you coming out of your shell, being open to anybody who you may meet. Not saying you're going to jump into bed with anybody, but I just feel like you're being open to see consistency. But right now it says the Ten of Pentacles, having it all looks different to everyone. I feel like it's not saying that you are picky. It's saying you know exactly the kind of partner that you want. And you're not waiting around for this individual to figure it out, but you don't mind introducing yourself into connections or starting with friendships to see where it leads. And so that's where you're at right now. And it's actually a really healthy place to be because it's all pentacles. So I feel like it's friendships, it's your stability, it's your home life, it's your work life. But now you're slowly opening up to the possibilities that love could happen. Is this person absolutely ready for September? No, they got some things that they're clearing up, and most of it's inner conflict. And I want to say it's fear of rejection here with you. But I wouldn't put it past me that this person here is going to come back. It's just going to take them a little bit of time. All right. That's what I got here for you, Taurus. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And I do recommend you listen to that reading that I have over in the membership area. Those were the exact cards. Sounds very much like that one. It might give you a little more insight. Gemini energy is up next. Guys, don't forget, as we move our way up, we're going to finish off at Leo. We started off with Virgo. We also have an unlocked bonus collective with the faded dice where we roll the dice quite a few times to see which zodiacs get another reading, basically. Will be involved in that collective reading. Meredith is back. Happy Friday. Thanks for jumping on Twitch. Appreciate you. Where are my gems at? Who's got Gemini in their chart? We have Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and then we have the unlocked bonus. All right, Gemini, here we go. Remember, no reversals on initial story play. Gemini, how you showing up in this connection? Heartbroken. It's okay to cry. I feel like you might still be processing this grief with this individual. This individual, Two of Cups. Some people are like the pumpkin in your spice. I feel like this person's in another connection. Let's see the obstacle. Six of Wands. You're kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. So this person here chose another. This really affected your self-esteem. Really affected this Gemini self-esteem. And I feel like right now, this is about getting that back. Because you are worth it. You are a big deal. But there's just something where this individual chose another connection. Emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, affected. Yeah, it sucks. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Let's put some hearts and love on for Geminis who are dealing with this. Commitment. Gosh, fidelity. Some of you were married to this individual. Some of you, this was a long-term relationship. You could have even been engaged to this person. It was something here that you thought was your forever person. Like forever person. Rejection hurts. But you're taking it so personally as though you did something wrong. How does this person currently feel about you? Reversals are now up. How do they currently feel about Gemini? They don't, there's uncertainty here. There's a little bit of in and out energy. There are good things about you that this person here loved, but there's other things that this person here couldn't process with you. And so they found a connection where they could. I feel like this was, honestly, it started off as an emotional affair. Some of this person here could have had an emotional affair with somebody at work or a close friend. You felt left out. It was like you were a third wheel. Yeah. This person here had like a double life. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, was always on the move, always on the go. I'm too busy. I got to get out. They didn't spend a lot of time with you. I felt like you were at home, whether you're at home with the kids, whether you're at home just by yourself. You may have questioned this person, but this person was like, no, everything's fine. But this is also an individual here who was very not open to you about their emotions and emotionally got offered something else. So someone fed them a cup here. This was their escape. You know, some of you felt like they got married to you too soon, or you guys had kids too soon, or they were bored in the connection, but they didn't try to spice it up with you. They spiced it up with somebody else. They know they messed up. They know that they missed an opportunity with you. But also, they went so damn far that to go back and to travel back to you would feel like an injustice to their story and narrative now. So this person is currently, there's a lot of twos, is currently moving forward in another connection. It doesn't mean they're not thinking about you. The intention here is to close this chapter, not look at it, avoid it. Some of you, the sad part is there's children involved in this. You know, they can't forget the kids. But there's just this energy here of trying to have a clean slate, a new chapter, not look at the depression, not look at your depression. This person doesn't even want to look at what they did. Leo energy. Next moves for September here is the King of Pentacles. It's all about there. And I also feel like this person here is, if they're going through some kind of midlife crisis, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, this individual is going through their funds quickly. It's all for show. You know, feeling like they're good, they're making money, they got a good relationship. It's for show. They're showing off. Moving on. They moved on quickly. Look at all of these twos. This is your advice. Your decision decides your future here, nothing else. All right. This person, as hard as this may hurt, the favor here is it is going to allow you to have a fresh new start and to build your confidence in a way that you will never lose it again. Okay. But it is pushing you to another direction. Some of you have a move coming up. Could be a promotion too at work. But yeah, you're meant to leave this chapter behind and emotionally go what desires and lights you up. And you are a big deal. And some of you, you're holding back ideas. You know, this person here may have kept you from dreams and desires, you know, especially if this is like a family situation where they were working, you weren't. But there's just this energy here of, it's your time. Be inspired, tell your story, and you're meant to help others too go through this heartbreak. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to lead in that sense, but there's just something here about helping others with that heartbreak. But you're about to cross a bridge, you're about to cross a threshold here, but it's to do it with confidence and boldness. All right, that's what I got here for you, Gemini. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Sending you so much love if you're going through that. And Cancer is up next. We still have Cancer and Leo, and then we have the unlocked bonus, guys. So don't go anywhere yet. Guys, make sure you are smashing that love, hitting that like button on the video, because it does help the channel get seen. It does help it get pushed out there. Where my Cancers at? Cancer, you are up next. Thank you, Kiko. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. you also are watching. There was another sign that was watching too, keeping an eye out. Maybe you're waiting for a message. How's this person showing up to Cancer? Oh, they're blaming you. 7 of Wands. This person here is a blamer. Obstacle. The 3 of Wands. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. This person didn't want to see you move on. There's something here about you staying, like it's like you either were waiting for this individual. You're welcome, Elsie. Either you were waiting for this individual, you put this person on a pedestal, open to receive, and yet this person here blamed you, twisted the narrative, blamed you. What's this about? What happened here? Spying, social network information. You watching this person online? Tarot counts. Stress, turbulence, tensions, arguments. Distance, separation. All right, so you've been blocked. Here's the thing. Maybe you're stressed out because of what this person is trying to paint a picture of, wanting to know what they're saying, what they're doing, you know, trying to save grace here. That's not how I am. That's not what I meant. But at this point, this is driving you crazy. It's not actually healthy. In fact, I would say if you keep getting readings, just take a break. I'm okay with it. Every tarot reader is going to be okay with it too. All right. I feel like you may need to disconnect a little bit. Current feelings of this individual here. Okay. 5 of Wands, very conflicted. Jealousy. I think that this person, I feel like this person here flaunted other relationships, tried to make you jealous. All right. Wanted you to chase after them. Period. All right. But they also feel a lot of conflict with you because you stuck to your ground. Yeah. Look, 3 of Wands here reversed, because you wouldn't, no matter what this person did to push you away, you still thought the best of them. You know, you're like, well, they're going through a phase. Maybe they'll change. And this person's like, I'm not changing. And they showed you their reality. And they flaunted relationships that they were moving on with. Yeah, but they always assumed that you would wait, that you would hold back. What's different now is you're not there. You're not there. And they may be flaunting another relationship as though they've moved on, that they're much happier, that chaos brought them to this connection. But they're not taking any accountability. Integration and action here. Grief. I don't blame you. You're not, this person doesn't look heartbroken to you. You know, they blamed you. They made you the problem. They didn't take any accountability for any of the aspects of this, yet they ran off with another. You know, so I feel blocked. I feel confused. I feel like, what just hell happened to me here? Their intentions here were to see if you would chase. Will you still stick around? This person loves to see how far you can go. They could love bomb you, they could gaslight you, but I would say that this person here is a serial player. And if you think that this person's not playing games with that individual, they are. But right now they don't have anybody to run to because they've talked so much smack here about you. Yeah, Knight of Cups energy here. They're trying to replace another backup. So when things go sour in the relationship that they're currently in, that they have another place that will wait for them, be there for them. Okay, this person here is consistently looking for backups. Advice for you. Queen of Swords. Some of you, this is about getting counseling, getting help. Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. You know, I feel like you love big. You have a big heart. You don't have to lower your standards. Create your own boundaries. Don't let this person here weasel their way in. I feel like this person gaslights you and tries to get you back and tries to sweet talk you into right things. Okay. But this is about you creating healthier boundaries, staying authentic and truthful to you. And some of you need to cut watching them because it's not helping you. No, look at this, the 5 of Wands. And here's a reminder. A good coven lets every witch have a say. This person never let you have a say. That's the part that was heartbreaking here for this Cancer. Okay. So you do have a right to speak up. And your story does matter, and you may go quiet in silence because you be on deaf ears trying to explain your story to this individual. But I do feel for you the importance is moving on with your life and not necessarily worried about another individual spreading stuff, because it's not going to stick. This individual can't even keep up with what they're talking to or who they're talking to. They're just trying to get attention. All right. This individual has a lot of attention here from connections, but they're all surfaced. These are not deep connections. All right. That's what I got here for you, Cancer. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below, and let's give Cancer some love here too, because I hate when I see signs going through that. Leo is up next. We are getting closer and closer to unlock. Well, we unlocked it already. Or closer and closer to our collective bonus. So make sure you guys are making sure you like the video, because that helps the channel. Okay, smashing those hearts, sending them over. But also go ahead in the comments. Let me know that you're here, whether you're here live or the replay, and comment what signs your placements you want to see rolled, and put that energy in. You never know what you're going to get out of that. My Leos will be next, and then we'll get to the unlock bonus. Leo, my lions. How are you showing up in this connection? Remember, no reversals on initial story play. You are showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. The witch is in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. Okay, you know your worth. I feel like you're minding your own business. Okay, but you're about to go through a doorway here. Who is this individual? This person knows their worth too. 9 of Pentacles. Pause and savor the results of your success. Is this a work relationship? What's the obstacle here? Ooh, have faith. The healing is in the forecast. Well, it doesn't feel negative. Let's see what's going on here with that obstacle, because there's something about losing faith, losing hope. What's going on in this dynamic here? Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. Okay. shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. Oh, this person messed up. Oh, they got scared. They got scared. Okay. They see you as very amazing, beautiful, charming, very sincere, loving, loyal. And maybe that's why you're showing up as here, because the Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, caring, loyal, beautiful. But you mean business. And this individual here, maybe a person here who's used to being on their own. And they were a little bit confused and shocked that you open their heart space. Okay. So I think this individual, they see the connection for sure. But you know, look at them eating this apple. It's like, it's temptation. It feels like temptation. So they're tempted by you. But they're falling for you, Leo. They're falling for you. How they currently feel here about Leo. Yeah, there's a deep connection between the two of you. Okay. Maybe you've known each other for a really long time, you know, since childhood, but others of you, it just feels like, you know, you might be like, I don't know, this person has a playful side. You know, you have such good memories with this person, but you already feel a deep connection with them. They feel like home. Now, some of you, it's a work connection, but others of you, this could be community and just really work well with one another. You've known each other through the years. Others of you, if you've had this deep connection, but it's more new, it just feels like home. It's like you feel like you've had a past life with this person. Okay. Thank you, Meredith. Oh my gosh, this person has big feelings for you. Big 6, 7. That's the 7 of cups here. There's the confusion. All right. They're like, oh my gosh, I haven't felt this way before in a really, really long time. This is so peaceful. This is so nice. Man, you opened up this person's heart chakra. But, you know, they're used to being on their own. They're a little bit fickle. You know, this person could be a little bit of a show off. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here, but we do have a match. We do. All right. That's why I said either really good friends. This could be friends turning into love. Didn't anticipate that. But this person here is just used to being on their own. They can kind of come off as superficial, but it's just that they know their worth now. Okay. And so I think this comes off a little bit sometimes as tacky, you know, with combined with that card. But this individual here did not anticipate falling for you. Integration and actions here. Ooh, look at that. The Ace of Pentacles. Well, this is something solid. This could also be a different side of this individual. What are their intentions with that Ace of Pentacles? What is that? Oh my God. Here it comes. The King of Pentacles here just turned into the King of Cups. To be more emotional about how much you mean to them. You were always there for this individual. You've never lost faith in this person. But there's just something here with this person, Leo, that you know, they held back their emotions. And the King of Cups can do that, but they're a good listener. They're very devoted, intuitive. But I feel like this person here wants to have a deep conversation here with you coming up this month and be more expressive with their emotions. Yeah. And there's also a fear here of losing you or losing their shot. You know, maybe their closed door here made it look like they weren't interested. And you're like, well, they're pulling back. And they're like, no, that's the least of what I was doing. I didn't anticipate the idea of falling again and losing you. You know, the idea of rejection and losing a loved one is hard. And so this person here, it's hard for them to look at love because they think of loss. For some of you, this person is a widower. For some of you, they lost someone very important to them. They didn't think they would have another shot at love again. That's for a small amount of you. But this is a person here who loves hard and deeply, but that's why they keep to themselves, you know. Advice for you with this individual. Yeah. The broom. Tidy up your life. You can make space for this, for something better. This is what this individual's doing. All right. This isn't you. I feel like you've already tidied up your room here. You're going through the door here, cleaning up and making room for the relationship that matters to you. But if there's been something here where you felt like someone here was on the crossroads, Spirit is saying, yeah, this person here is realizing who they truly want. Now, for you, this is about you still keeping to the task here of nurturing and caring for oneself. All right. When this person here is ready to express, it's going to be a heart-to-heart discussion. But be open. There's something about opening the door here of the indecisiveness. Ask them the questions that even if they feel hard. I do. And I feel like I need to pull one more here too. Look at this. We have the Queen of Cups. We have a match again. We do. Okay. It says honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. So be open with your emotions to this individual just as much. All right. That's what I got here for you, Leo. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We got our unlocked bonus coming up next. This is the final reading here and the final call here for the bonus train. This would be the time here to put your signs in place. Who's still here live? Roll call. Welcome, Lashana. We'll see what rolls. All right. Reminder here that I will be back live this weekend for the All Signs Week Ahead on Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time. These are going to be the general readings here for the week. And also I will post the rest of the week's readings tomorrow. I haven't posted them yet, but I will. But we'll have another love reading on Monday too. All right. I also want to thank, let me put thanks here too. Let me put thanks out here to all of our sponsors and our moderators here helping us here this evening. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Unique. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Mitzi, Debbie again, and Gemini. If it wasn't for your guys' kind donations, we would not even be having this unlocked bonus here. So make sure you guys are sending the love out to our sponsors. This wouldn't happen here without them. Let's roll. Let's do it. We're going to roll this a couple times. The dice are rolling. You ladies ready? Libra. Gemini. Gemini is also here. Pisces is in the house. We have Cancer here. Aquarius. I think we got all air signs. And Taurus. Those are the signs here for this evening. If you have any of those placements in your chart, this reading may be for you. But if you also feel intuitively guided to listen, trust your intuition. You never know what comes up here. Thank you, ladies. So the unlock bonus is Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, and Taurus. If you have any of those placements in your chart, like I said, This reading may be for you. Or your other individual too. We always go to a little bit longer here on this one. How are you showing up, collective? Ooh, conflicted, annoyed, pissed off. You can't be right all the time. Maybe that's what you're saying out like internally about this person. You can't be right all the time. Maybe something that they said. Was there a phone call? Was there a text message? Something here pissed you off. This individual, interesting enough, is showing up as the Page of Cups. Let yourself be continually surprised by the thing called life. This person is a little bit naive. Rose-colored glasses. Okay, let's see what the obstacle is. The King of Wands. Shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. So there's a conflict here in control and worth. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. All right. A not enough wound is being mirrored back on both of you. Interesting. Some of you are like, they make me feel less than, and this individual is feeling like I'm worthless. All right, let's see what's going on here. Well, there's definitely chemistry between the two of you, but I feel like the spark and attraction goes quickly into fighting and debating and arguing. Beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. Gosh, I feel like you consistently try to have a start over with this person. Maybe more than once. Karma, consequences, cause and effect steps. So I think you have a hard time taking this person serious. You do. It's like, are you in or out? Because when the sparks fly, they're amazing. But this person here is consistently wanting a new beginning, but the effort that they put in is the Page of Cups, when the obstacle is the King of Wands. They're showing up as a page. How do they currently feel about you? Reversals are now up. How do they currently feel about my collective? Six of Pentacles here, reverse. Okay. They know you put a lot more effort into this connection than they do. They know it. They do. Okay. It's not fair. I feel like this person here has Peter Pan syndrome a little bit too. Look at that. Page of Swords. They know. Look at all this page energy. They know what they swing. They know the efforts of when they say they're going to do something, that the words and the efforts don't match. Yeah, we'll do that. And then it's non-committal energy again. I promise you it will be different this time. Currently, they're like, I can't do that. I can't promise you. Why did I promise you that? So this person knows their actions. Ooh. Current feelings is they know that they promised you a new beginning. They know that they said that they would level up. They know that they told you that they would change, but they can't do it. They can't. Let's see how you're reacting to this individual. How is my collective reacting to this? Six of Pentacles. Oh. Used. Based on conditions. Feeling that emotionally that this is becoming baggage. They offer you a sweet story, and then it gets flipped around, turned around, and it makes you feel like you're the bad guy or bad girl. Maybe that's why you're always feeling like this, because of this person here makes you feel guilty or makes you feel like the villain. The reaction here of the Page of Swords here is that this person here is overconfident. Look at this. They're the adverse. This is the obstacle here. The King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. I'll do it. I'll be there. Well, they're overly confident, and then they're egotistical, and then they gaslight, and then they disappear when things get tough, when things get rough, and then they don't take accountability for it. All right. They're very argumentative. And they may even try to make it up with sex. This is a person here where it could be great in bed, but it's like how long or how far does that go? Your reaction to this is, it's like, is this person ever going to truly change? I don't think it's possible. You know, that's your reaction. All right, let's see what the, all right, Friskers, you can't stay here. Sorry. Let's see what the intentions are going to be for September. Four of Pentacles here reversed. Well, this person here knows that you've had enough. Some of you are dropping it, you know, don't want to hear it anymore. Feel like it's all excuses. I just saw like the bags being thrown out, like out the window. It's like, stop it. It's just baggage. Like I'm in so much debt because of you. I don't know. There's just something here about this person here overspending as well for some of you. Their intentions here, they want to work with you. Their intentions here is to build this new beginning again. That's their intentions. Do they do anything about it? No, they're trying to act that they can play the part, that they can catch up, they can get over this, but then they're burdened by it. So let's see what their actual actions are going to be for September. Yeah, Three of Cups here reversed, disappearing. Being amongst individuals here who probably stroke their ego. You know, oh, you know, collective is so much. I can never do enough for them. And these individuals are like, oh, you're such a nice person. But this is an individual here who's looking for outside validation. Advice for you. Advice for you, collective. Temperance. Let go of self-imposed limitations, okay? Don't let this individual keep you from your peace. Yes, you lose your patience and alignment here, but don't let go of, don't make this a limitation here for you to wait. And this is what this person does. It's a balancing act here of the Two of Swords, indecisive. Wake up. What is it that you truly want? Do you really, truly want an individual here who's going to be truly indecisive? Or are you going to choose yourself here first? And I just want to know, if the collective here chooses oneself here, what's going to happen? Look, Seven of Swords. It's going to be exposed. Are your actions really as selfless as you think? This person's actions here are cornering you. So this is asking you to free yourself from this. All right. That's what I got here for you, collective. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community. Would love to see you there. We just got new content that just dropped in today. It's a love reading. All right. It's a collective love reading. All right. See you guys next time. Have a great weekend. I will see you back here on Sunday. Take care. Bye.